in the beginning you sort of did something totally different. So how did you sort of like use those or figure out what your transferable skills were to something like business, for example?
Yeah, I think like the first thing I'd like to say is not to be too hard on yourself if you can't identify that right off the bat. I mean, I've had so many things come back, whether it's 1 year or 7 years or 15 years later, where it's like, oh yeah, this was kind of like that time. And it definitely wasn't pre-planned. Like I didn't think like, let me
Right.
save this one up and I'm going to use it again. So don't be too hard on yourself. If it seems like, damn, this next month I'm going to be wasting time, like just try to make the most of it while you're there if you've already committed. But in terms of transferable, I think that's a good point. I mean, certainly if your ambition was to like be in leadership, then there's always room to like interview your manager and ask them about things, or like study the SOPs and like learn how a company would even create processes that can be taught to other people regardless of who they are. Um, that I hate to go back to an early answer, but the soft skills though, I feel like maybe more than anything, at least in my own life, like those just keep working wherever you go. And the better you get at relating to humans, which is challenging for a lot of people, myself included, the easier life gets. Not because other people get easier, but because maybe your own ability to process other people's crap gets easier, or maybe your own ability to communicate ahead of time so you don't take on stuff you didn't want to ever have to deal with, or maybe your ability to help someone who's in a tough time so that it never comes to a head and then explodes. Maybe for, there's different approaches in different scenarios, but those soft skills, I feel like I know for a fact, like I'll just keep using them my whole life at this point. So definitely in my company, even today, we have those kind of situations that I use every day, whether I want to or not.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. I definitely think that those skills are the most, again, transferable to whatever you're doing, not only in your career but just in life.